Hey there, this is Anthony Gordon, Artist Relations Manager with Avid Technology. I'm here at NAMM 2012 with my man Noah, 48 Shebib. How you doing, dude?
Fantastic, thank you very much.
For those of you who don't know, my man was just named top hip-hop R&B producer of the year by Billboard magazine. Dude's produced the last 2 Drake records. You guys have been working together for a minute now, huh?
Yes, sir. I guess about 5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys started together as just like 2 dudes against the world, doing things independently, and now, like, you're the context that anybody talks about the hip-hop game, Drake is the reference that they make to. That's a pretty high place to go in a couple of years, taking it from a totally independent place to, like, working on the highest levels. Does that change the way that you go about things creatively when you're in the studio? Do you feel like you have something to beat, something to live up to at this point?
No, I mean, I think, we started as 2 kids in a condo with, a laptop making music, and we always go back there, to this day. We always make sure that, whether we're in big rooms and we're on massive HD rigs all day, we always make sure we stop and just go set up in a cabin somewhere with a laptop and an M-Box and get some ideas out on the road, in the field, and then bring those back to the studio. We always incorporate that back, So in the beginning there was no big studio, but now we still have the same process, I think.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, you guys write a lot on the road. You guys are both traveling plenty, and you kind of have a cool setup that you kind of put together yourself that let you guys be able to capture creation and inspiration when you felt it. So can you tell me a little bit about that rig you got going?
Yeah, I have it's ever growing, I guess, and always changing. I have 2 right now, depending on how far I'm traveling and how much stuff I want to bring. I either bring a little native box, which is in a Magma slot, that I plug into my laptop, and an Omni, and I get to rock out anywhere, or I bring my 4-card Magma, and I have my HD cards in there. So, I mean, if I want to bring a full HD system, I bring it, and if I want to bring, just a little native card, which is basically as powerful at this point, then I do that, But either way, I'm fully capable anywhere I go, any hotel room, and really, to be honest, in the back of a bus, if I, got some power in that thing, I'm laughing, that's it.
These aren't demos you're talking about, right? These are tracks that have actually ended up on records.
No, we've had, I won't, put anybody out there and mention them, but, Billboard hits that have been from hotel rooms, the back of regular tour buses, not studio tour buses, and regular condos, for sure.
So I'm hoping this is inspirational news to, the budding bedroom hip-hop producer, whatever producer, that you can get these tools and get rocking right away, and it's the bow, not the arrow, right? Or it's the Indian behind the bow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's my mixed metaphor day. But tell me about this. A lot of the stuff that you've worked on, I know you use a lot of the Air plugins.
Yeah.
And you've actually made hits with these things, and these are not $1 million things. Can you talk a little bit about how those have been in your workflow and how those are literally things that are on the radio right now?
It's funny, I'm really a thorough Air diehard. I really stand behind those plugins, and I always have. And from when I first started in this business to making records exclusively with that plugin, just based on the fact that I might have, redone my system and reinstalled my OS and just put a fresh copy of tools on. And there's nothing on there yet, and I just want to get to work. And so I get to work and would realize, hey, I can do this. I don't need nothing on here. I don't have to install these other plugins. Now it's refreshing for me, So I've continued to do that. And literally 2 days ago, I stopped and I looked at the session. I was like, oh my God! I was like, it's all expand again, crazy. So I mean, because for me, it's not about necessarily the newest plugin. You know what I mean? I just want something that works and have the ability there, and I want to keep shaping that. I want to keep pushing that and keep expanding that. And it's yet to stop me from growing. I've yet to run into a brick wall with those plugins and say, oh, they can't do any more for me. I'm done, and throw them out. I throw out a lot of plugins. I haven't thrown those out yet, and it's been years. So, yeah. So
you got a bunch of exciting stuff that's coming up this next year. Going to be working with new artists. Keep working in the tools. You want to leave any of the kids out there with something, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of advice?
A little bit of advice?
Yeah.
Yeah. My mission right now is to let everybody, and I mean the world and people that are inspiring musicians and writers and artists, to know that it's there. It's in your grasp. You don't need big budgets. You don't need big studios. You got tools, you're gone, That's it. All you need is to be able to record and track and make your music and you can have that all inside of a laptop with an M box, and you're done. I mean, it's that simple, and a lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people think that's a myth or have such a hard time understanding that, and especially because we're still in the transition from the old analog day to the new day. And if you have a diehard who says, no, you need a big room, you need 2-inch, you need this, and you need a bunch of 1073s and LA2s and Diamond, don't think I'll use those things. Of course I do, but it's not a necessity, and everybody needs to know that you can do it yourself at home, in the basement, on the plane with a pair of headphones. That's it. That's the reality of today, and I exploit that to the maximum and want the world to know,
Living proof right here. Right on. Well, thank you so much for your time. We're going to go hit the main stage and do a presentation for the people here at NAMM 2012, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.